What's good? And thank you for tuning in today. Today on the show, I brought my kinfolk, my cousin, my family. We've grown up in the trenches together, and now we here on What's Good Family Podcast. So please give it up for my cousin, Leonard Harris.
What's going on?
So welcome.
How you? First off, how you been?
Man, I've been blessed, bro. I've been blessed, grinding at this podcast thing and trying to build up something for my family
Shoot, I'm happy
and
you
for
did.
the audience.
I'm actually happy you did. You know, so there's a lot
Man,
you should reach out to and tap into unheard stories, if that's what you want to call it, type stuff.
man, that's the game plan, bro. Like the game plan is to bring those conversations and those stories to the forefront, so that way you never know what can be said or what can be done to help somebody else grow on their journey. So What's Good Family Podcast is here to be that, to pave that way. I was, man, that brings me to this great topic we're gonna talk about. Honestly, it's gonna revolve around your origin story. Some of the things that we've talked about, some of the things that we've grown up learning, from the streets of Corpus Christi. People think of Corpus and it's a minor city in a major state, but man, oh man, do we have our share of drama and issues.
Oh, yeah, everybody's function different. Like when you move, like I came to Corpus when I was about 15. So
Mm-hmm.
down here and seeing how it was, bro, like I had to fly under the radar for a while because, I was still in the system. But just being in the system and watching how like certain people treat each other and how people were claiming one thing and doing one thing else, it was weird to me because it's like, how can niggas be sitting there bumping elbows when y'all right there on top of each other?
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely a true statement. How can you be bumping elbows when you right there on top of each other? That's definitely that those are wise words right there, bro.
Yeah, you
I
had like,
mean,
dog, you had people saying like F the north side and F the west side, but if you look at their grandparent history, swap it. Some of their grandparents was from the north, some of their people on the north from the west. So it was like, bro, like I grew up in a time when I came to Corpus, like shit, high school, we functioned with each other. Like even though we went to different schools, after school, we kicked it. I wasn't tripping. Not me.
yeah, yeah, definitely, man. I remember growing up for myself. I mean, heck, my mom stayed in Flower Bluff. So, I went to school out there, but my dad's side of the family was from the west. So I was on Greenwood every other weekend, running
But
the
you got
streets.
but see, there's one thing too that I learned though. Like when I was in high school down here in Corpus, like it was competitive with the guys from Miller and Ray and stuff. But after that, we saw each other in the streets. We actually went to team dances and lock-ins and stuff. We were really around each other. So our generation, we didn't look at each other like what side of town you from. Like you represent your neighborhood and stuff, but I could be in the same area with a dude from opposite side of town, wouldn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I guess let me ask this question, and I'll give you opportunity to answer it. Where do you think where do you feel that the change happened where it became animosity, it became beef between the north side and the west side? I mean, because that's not just a story for Corpus. That's a story for every other neighborhood out there. Every city out there has their issues of one side beefing with the other. Why do you think that is?
Man, truth be told, like in my era, bro, like it became a thing of that nightclub. Like my era was a little John era, so we were in the club talking about get some crunk in your system. Like certain songs came on and that liquid courage got people tripping sometimes. But other than that, it really wasn't on no like. It really wasn't, man. Some silly shit. If truth be told,
Yeah.
it really wasn't no shit where niggas really were beefing. Like it was just that alcohol and a female might be in there with somebody else and she done broke up with that nigga 2 days ago and he done got tendered behind it and got to the club and started drinking. There you go. But it really don't be on
Uh,
no money. It really just be on some bullshit, truth be told. If you want to be a man about it nowadays, like the shit that niggas was beefing about back in the day didn't make no sense.
yeah,
You couldn't
definitely.
put a real label on it.
Definitely. Cause my motto is if you ain't reach back and buy your neighborhood, if you ain't reach back and put your name and bought the street, then you can't really say you own the street. You fighting over somebody else's property. And it's crazy how many lives get lost over somebody trying to claim what belongs to somebody else.
So I'm happy you said that. Even if you're not buying the hood, the whole point of the destruction of it. Why are you tearing up where you lay up at? Like if like there was a time in the era, bro, like when you had kids where you couldn't even walk down the street and be disrespectful to anybody because everybody got on you for being disrespectful. Like nowadays, you can't hold nobody accountable without somebody calling their mom or daddy talking about, hey, somebody to check me for something I actually did wrong. But since you my parents, I'm gonna go run to you and tell you some bullshit. And you not being a mom and dad, you want to be your kid friend and not actually go over there and see what they actually did. Because there used to be a time where if a kid ran home and said somebody did something wrong to him, the parents, first thing the parents do, oh, well, I know them. Let me get on the phone and call and see what you did first.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no just jump in your car, grab a pistol, and take the whole neighborhood, go sit there and go fight somebody over some bullshit. But nowadays, it's shit, a kid gonna tell her mom and dad, you got 3 or 4 motherfuckers showing up with assault rifles, be ready to shoot.
Yeah. I think the community aspect of the togetherness. We're not one anymore. We're a bunch of different individuals occupying the same space. But it's like how do you expect to grow like that? Because a neighborhood, at least for me growing up, the neighborhood was unity. You know,
No matter like you know how the block was on Madrid. Like at the end of the day, we knew where we can go. At the end of the day, we knew where we feel safe at. At the same time, we didn't let nobody come down that street disrespecting us. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? So it was like nieces, nephews, cousins. It didn't matter who you was. You knew you could go down Madrid and kick it all day, eat, use the restroom, chill, take a nap if you want to, and not have to be bothered with no bullshit. But now you just feel like a lot of that shit gone because a lot of the big mamas and grandmamas have died and passed on, and that value ain't seen no more, I think. Like, the modern day women, no disrespect, but shit, they trying to get their money on. They're not trying to stay in the house and teach their girls how to be women no more like they used to. Shit, they don't cook. They want to go out to eat every night. There's a few women that still cook. We're not going to shoot slugs like that, but it used to be sometime, bro, you call anybody in your family, go over their house and eat, bro, with no problem. Now it's just like, shit, family don't even fuck with each other no more.
yeah, that family dynamic it's a little bit touchy. Like, I agree with what you said. The average home is not what it used to be. And what I mean by that is back in the day, you had, we'll use the whole analogy, the men go into the field and the women stay home and tend to the house. I remember a time when both sets of my grandparents, both of them worked, you know what I'm saying? But my nana and my mima both made sure that dinner was cooked after work and the house was tended to and everything else like that. I would say those values, they're it's not so much that they're gone. I blame the times that we live in right now because it takes too much. So where the average 40 hours would stretch and you could go and make a living off of 40 hours. Now, granted, you're not getting rich, you're living comfortable. But where that 40 hours used to stretch, now you gotta work 60 to 70 to 80 hours. And then by the
Like,
time you come home, you
so
know,
you remember that time we all heard it. Pops used to be able to go to work and drop off the check on Friday to Big Mama. Big Mama paid what? All the bills with his check. He still had a little drinking money, enough grocery money, that's it. But at the time, hold on. Them times you go get a 1 bedroom apartment almost. We're in Corpus right now, a 1 bedroom apartment. Let's say just for the modern hood young man that's trying to make it about the hood and step out on his own and have something decent to be proud of and have his own apartment. Shit, you're looking at almost $1,200 alone. if he want to live comfortable. That's just for the rent part, not the utility and nothing else. Then you got to understand, you know what I'm saying, the car payment, the insurance, all that stuff. So it is like, it ain't the same like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed where stuff is so high. And then at the same time, look, too, like what women used to say, they want their independence. The independent woman, their own value, make their own dollar. So now there's a lot of women that ain't staying home and doing that no more either. So we losing that generation of where women used to teach women how to cook and, girl, you need a recipe, come to the house, I got it, I'll show you real quick. Yeah. So when you don't have that value no more in the generations and stuff, it creates chaos because now it seems like everybody trying to compete. So now all the cutthroat and I need to rise to the top and the disrespect though, and then now it's simple fact is like shit, it feel like people pocket watching more than anything. Instead of sitting there focusing on their own personal goals, they hating on the next man and it causes them a lot of chaos and drama. So now it goes back to the original conversation of the disrespecting in the hood or the hood value of us actually being unified. Because now instead of sitting there saying, oh, I'll feed my fellow man, I ain't worried about what he don't got because I got, now it's, oh shit, that nigga a bum. I can't look out for a nigga, I got all these other problems. Shit, Big Daddy and them always had a problem, but they never let their family drown. Shit, I remember time like before I got locked up in the system, bro, the glimpse of not being in the system and shit. I remember time, bro, it'd be shit. Being 13, 14 cousins in one room chilling. Bunk bed, twin bed, hitting the floor, match, but we were there. That family value ain't there no more. These kids don't even know how to get up and go cut the fucking grass. Them used to be mandatory chores. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, get up, go cut the grass, wash the car. Take off your sheets, go put them in the laundry room so mama can wash your sheets and all your clothes. And then you had to go fold up your own shit. Mama wasn't doing that no more. You can't even go outside before half your chores are done. But now we don't have that value. So the line of respect and stuff is gone. Then at the same time, the kids don't know each other no more. That's another thing. Ain't enough community stuff that's going on. It's like the community shit for the kids. This is the crazy thing. You know, 95% of the people are not going to do no community shit unless it's a sports activity, the community giving out backpacks and free haircuts back to school, or it's a fundraiser for kids to go back to school. That's when people show up for stuff. But for this is why I know it's going to hit hard. But when you sit there and talk to the modern day preachers and stuff, they used to be the ones that sit there always hosting the community stuff.
I would say I get where I get where you're going at. I mean, this
conversation can spin off in different routes, bro, and confuse people, bro, because the topics is like we bounce around. The topics can bounce around and answer other topics and other questions in different ways that some people might not understand it.
Yeah. Nah, I get that, Kinfolk, because my thing is this, and what I've noticed is over time, the value, not the value, the change in society, the changes that have happened, even in the church house, it's been about people, people not having the time nor the funds to do it anymore. Let's be honest. A lot of people
don't feel safe in church no more. People don't feel safe in church no more. And why I say that, because when you go to church and they passing their offering around 4 to 5 times, and then at the same time, when the church says actually giving back to the church people. Like I remember back in the day, this is why I know I'm hitting real. Back in the day in church, there used to be a time where the pastor would interrupt church and ask the meeting in the church, hey, look, next Saturday, Sister Davis need her patio fixed. Who all can sit there and get free volunteer? And all the men would speak and say who can make it. And that's what we used to do as a community. You don't see that no more. The pastors ain't putting on their tennis shoes and helping. But they pass it around their plate more than everything. Every time they do a fundraiser, you gotta go upload it on some type of website and click all this permission just to get something done. Like, it's like you gotta ask to do God's work, or you just gonna get up and go do it. It's
you kind of hit where I was going to next, because I was about to touch base on the whole the men aspect. The men The men, we're not what men are not what they used to be. You know, I remember my I'm always revert back to my grandpa. My grandpas took time and invested. You know, my dad invested. You know, we don't have men investing anymore. We don't have men putting in that time and that effort with that young man, with that young boy to bring them up, to raise them up, to teach them. You know, we I want to say a lot of men have taken the idea that society, oh, whoa, they got a mama, they're not my responsibility, you know, and we forget we are my generation, your generation, we are the adults now. Hell, some of us are the grandparents now. You know,
Shit. Hey, look.
we are them.
Hey, but my generation, hey, bro, I can't lie. My generation, we were in the club. Like, man, my oldest is 17 now. So, like, shit. Bro, I was young. The absence of presence, bro, it can do bad things. Like, like, I pray to God, I thank God, like, my oldest mom, her mother, hey, she was there. So, but when it comes to the men's side of being absent to the young father, the young man, the boy, oh, that's damaging. Because when you let a little boy get raised by his mother without the father or uncle's presence, he grows a woman's emotion. Because back in the day when we were around our uncles and them and stuff and our homies and shit, it was tough love. A nigga suck that shit up, you gonna be all right. Hey, don't be doing that dumb ass shit. Like, that word crash out, but it was more, hey, chill out before you mess up. And you got handled for not listening. You know what I'm saying? There were consequences for being disrespectful to your older brothers or your uncles and the older homies. There's no discipline no more to the younger generation. So it is like you say, it falls back to the church and being active and the men not being present. So when you have the men being kicked out the home and how society has built, it's like we're not gonna win, bro.
Nah, I feel that. I get it, but I'm still gonna take my stance on that, bro. Is still there's no excuse for us, and what I mean by that, bro, is we at some point in time, we the men have to step up and say, you know what, this is my responsibility, regardless if they are biologically my child. Like, and I'm not gonna throw no names out there, but do you know how many adopted kids I have? Like, that kids that find comfort in coming over to my house, and I don't look at them any different than I look at my regular kids. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them the same way, because at the end of the day, I personally don't know what's been taught to them or what they're learning. So I at least want to try to be a positive influence. So when they call me and they're all like, hey, you know, I need to talk, I need some advice, I'm available. You know, I how do I word this? I find that the new elders now, I sometimes feel they don't have that availability open. They say that they are available, but they don't present themselves to be available.
So
if that makes sense.
So me going through CPS and group homes and graduating and then becoming a father of 2 daughters now and burying my father last year and then actually reading what the actual stuff what my dad actually did to sacrifice for me to actually make it to where I'm at now in life, bro, I was lied to. You feel me? So a lot of kids are told a lot of stories when they're kids, dealing with foster care, group homes, manipulating parents and stuff like that can do a major impact on people. So after realizing what that man was to me and what he did to protect me, bro, I changed my life completely. I started looking at life completely different. I let the street mentality go. I started picking up books and seeing things more clear. So now, like when we come to the clip, this whole conversation and actually start making sense on everything we talk about, it's like, it's time to talk. At the end of the day, it's just time to talk. It's time to sit down, get these kids, like you say, when you got them in your presence and they're under your wing, regardless of what they're not yours or not, protect them like they're your kid, but at the same time, treat them like your kids. They're going to get disciplined like a kid, but not physically. But they're going to get yelled at, hey, stop doing what you're doing. Sit your ass down. They're going to get told what's right and what's wrong. And modern kids, some kids don't like that. Oh, I want to go home. Okay, call your mom and dad, tell them to get you. But I'm going to let them know why I did get on you. And see, that's where parents need to start communicating with each other. Hey, look, I got on your kid because this is what your son was doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? If we start communicating with each other as parents and start looking out for each other as kids, like, hey, look, you know what? I saw your son doing something. So instead of me sitting there and approaching him and yelling at him the wrong way, so you trip out about it, I'm going to call you in the process while I'm doing it. Hey, look, your son over here doing this, doing that wrong. I'm about to get on his ass because either I tell him or he's going to be a juvenile or dead somewhere. So what we got to do is start rebuilding our business. Us being now, like me being up in the neighborhood, like me being 43, bro, all that stuff I looked at, bro, I used to value, bro, that shit's dead to me, bro. Like I wake up every day and realize I'm a father now. So I got to lead by example and I own a business as a Black owner. So like I do a lot of community service and charity work with the kids in the community. So now having this conversation with you on your broadcast is like, hey, look, people need to know the real. Like, there's a lot of young brothers that went through stuff, but we really make an impact in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? We're not giving up on what we went through. Like, there's a lot of us that don't band it. Some people go through a tragedy situation, make it, and never want to look back.
Mm-hmm.
They get scared of their past.
Nah,
So, you know,
you're saying it better. You're saying it right, Kimpo, because that I love when I'm on the same wavelength with people, because that was going to be my next question. Like, how do we fix it? And what you're saying is steps to start taking things into the right direction.
Yeah,
you know, I'll even go as far as to add on, you know, don't be afraid to be that safe haven home for your kids' friends. Don't be afraid to be that adopted mom, that adopted dad. You know, don't be afraid to be those things, because that means that those kids are comfortable to be themselves. Provide kids a space where they can be who they are, authentically, 100% authentically themselves. Now, I'm talking to the audience right now. You know what I'm saying?
You'll start erasing hate. You'll start killing generational hate. You'll start breaking these curses where people don't want to be around each other, man. Like, it don't matter what color you are, bro. Like, there's no way in the world that we can't go places to chill. Like, when it comes to football, basketball, and all these sports events, like, we can chill on the team, but we can't chill on each other and just live. Like, bro, like, I don't understand, like, why. And within the Black community, I say this the most. When another Black man in your community make it in something small, bro, why we not celebrating each other? That nigga. Like, it's always got to be a negative comment coming from somebody. And then the people that conversate with that person that's saying something negative won't open their mouth and speak because they still cool with you and him. Like, nah, bro. Why speak poison on another man doing something positive? You ain't doing it yourself. So, like, I really change in my community. But like, hell, I was doing a lot of destruction back then. You know how I was working in the clubs.
Yeah.
Like, and that shit was right, bro. Like, I started looking at like my choices. Now, like, bro, I'm a hypocrite. Like, I'm out there doing wrong when I should be doing right. So I started sitting there helping kids and stuff. I started training kids in football. Went from football to awesome company. So
I mean, we got to lift one another up. That's the basis of it. You know, a lot of people want to. I'm not even going to say crabs in a bucket. We have to get out of the mentality that, oh, well, there's not enough room at the top for both of us. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've said it on a couple of my podcasts. The sky shoot beyond
big,
the sky.
The sky big, bro. How people can sit up there, bro? Sky big. And at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Is that one of the situations, bro? Like, with my fishing, me being like one of the top Black anglers down in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can Google Mafia Fishing. It's like, bro, if you got a promotion or something going on, bro, I don't mind putting it on my page and sharing it. The more people that get noticed, man, it's like, hey, man, the network got to grow. You got to network. You got to be able to willing to grow, bring somebody up with you, bro, because your idea might sit there and latch on to somebody that you know. And then your idea might latch on somebody that I know. So just me posting your stuff on my page might make a connection with you with somebody else that might help you get big. Like, bro, I don't understand why we as people gatekeep on situations, and that's what caused a lot of problems in the neighborhood. But that's when we double back to, oh, he think he better. That's why the drama come in, fuck his side of town. Oh, nigga, he a north side nigga. He think he better than me. Oh, he a west side nigga. He think he better than me because, come on, bro, it don't matter who eating, long we all eating.
Yeah.
It's
And
the table big, bro.
definitely, I want to say this, man, and we're gonna close it out, man. Well, I'm gonna let you close it out. What's Good Family Podcast brand? What's Good Family? I'm here to bring anybody up, man. If there's something I could do to help you, hey, let me know. Reach out to me. You can hit me up on Instagram. You can hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me up on Twitter. Well, no, not Twitter. Twitter's not set up yet. You can hit me up on TikTok, or you can email me. It's all What's Good Family Podcast. The email is What's Good Family Podcast at gmail.com. You can hit me up and let me know what I can do to help you out. You know, vice versa. I hope the energy is reciprocated. And kinfolk, you already know. Whatever I can do to help you, you let me know, because I'm gonna do it, because I'm a firm believer, bro. You said it, the sky's big. There's enough room at the top for all of us to eat. But I'm gonna let you go on and take us on home to glory, kinfolk.
So look, man, it's really not even glory, man. It's just time for us to open our eyes, talk, communicate, see what we can do for one another, man. Stand up for each other, man. Like, it's too much negative going on in our own community as far as minorities, blacks, Hispanics. Like, we too close. Like, even with the white folks, like, I don't see color, I see men and women. You know, so I see all God's kids. So there's lanes for everybody to fit in and how would you say, smile and be happy about what we do. Like, all this hate, bro, behind nonsense needs to be shut down immediately, bro. Like, we teaching the next generation. If you teaching the next generation the same thing, it's gonna be a repeated cycle. So you got to start somewhere and start breaking the curse. Like, look at the YG and the game situation out in LA when they did their verses last night. You know what I'm saying? Two blood sense, giving a mad shout out to Nipsey Hussle on the Crip set from the Rolling 60s. You know what I'm saying? Bloods and Crips are starting to unite and talk and be around each other. So what's stopping everybody else from doing the same thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's stop all this nonsense, start working with each other and start rebuilding our neighborhoods for these kids. Like, the park should be packed every weekend. Let's put these video games down and these phones down and start making these kids go outside and learn each other again. Like, know who we are. You know what I'm saying? That'll build a better relationship. So a lot of this violent stuff can de-escalate real quick, because these kids will know, hey, man, I grew up with that dude over there, bro. He cool. They need to be outside playing with each other, not sitting on the house hating on each other behind nonsense. But look, much love, fam. Hey, look, it reaches me at Mafia Fishing. Google it. That's all I can tell you. You'll find me.
All right. Well, as I always say, if you are new to this, go on and hit that like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe button. Let us know what you think about this week's episode. If you are true to this, leave a comment, leave a like, share this out. Let me know what you think about this week's episode. Until the next time, I'll catch y'all again. Peace.